Everyone, welcome in to the Jackalope Club. I'm Mark.
I'm Ben.
So we're going to talk about cryptids, pop culture, TCGs, and usually stuff that kind of just goes off our mind and we go off on tangents. But look, if you don't want to hear that, then that's fine. If you do, stay, hang out. I think it's going to be a good time.
I think so too.
That felt good, Ben. That kind of
Yeah,
like
that was
rolled into
nice.
that. I was doing a research of like, what do people do in videos? And they usually kind of put it all up front. And I don't know, that felt good.
It's
But
good.
usually they're like,
Just got it out there.
there's more data or better commercials, but we're just kind of hanging out. I feel like, I was thinking is we call this a podcast,
Yeah.
but we're nowhere but YouTube. Like, is it a podcast if it's a video and like not on other channels?
I think so. Anything's a
Is that
podcast
like a
if you're
really
brave enough.
existential question?
I
Like,
think
what are
so,
we?
yeah.
What does this all
Yeah,
mean?
what is a podcast? Anything's a podcast.
Okay. Because we keep saying episode 2, but then
It's
it's
true.
not a show.
Well, this is episode 3, right?
Yeah, this is episode 3.
Yeah.
3's a trend, man. All right.
I'm saying, look at us go.
We did it. And are we not going to acknowledge the jacket you're wearing?
Like, this beautiful Jackalope Club Columbia jacket from the JackalopeClub.com.
Yeah, yeah. And you can use the code podcast for 10% off that beautiful jacket. And I don't have one, and I kind of want one now. I got a hat, which I keep meaning to show off, but I wear it and then I throw it onto my couch. So sorry, maybe episode 4 we'll see the reveal of the hat.
Hat reveal. Episode 4.
Reveal. Or if you want to go see it, go check out the JackalopClub.com. Hey Ben, did you know that 18 to 20% of Americans have seen a ghost?
Really, 18 to 20? I feel like that's a big number.
I thought it'd be higher.
Millions,
actually.
Right? Really, you think so? Is that? But
what's?
Is that like people who have like filled out a survey saying I saw a ghost, or is that like a polled group of people?
That's a good question, because like where do you go to say like I saw a ghost and then you fill out that form?
Right, because if it's at Walmart, then I feel like maybe you have like a decent selection. But if you're at like the I saw a ghost convention and you survey everybody, the numbers might be a little skewed.
That is a good point. Let's see. It's at the Pew Research Center. Where's
sounds
the
very official.
Pew pew. And this was 10 years ago, so maybe people have been seeing it more. Oh, here we go. 2023, University of South Carolina said 20% of American adults
have seen a ghost.
And then here's something interesting. Fox News in 2018 said 60% of Americans.
Wow, see, that is a big jump.
That is a big jump. So what we're learning is we know nothing.
A lot of people have seen ghosts, though.
Yeah, and
have
stats are... Have I seen a ghost?
Yeah. Like anything visual.
I
know there's like a lot of like feeling things where you've like visually seen something.
Yeah. I remember distinctly like this time where it's like, okay, I couldn't explain that. Other times I think it was probably like freaked out or tired. But I have like somewhat of a large family.
Right.
And I would used to like talk on the phone in my closet because, surprise, I have like a paranoia type thing. I feel like, like something's out there. So plus like I had my closet. I'm always like pretty clean. So my closet was clean and like,
that's cool.
Dude, that was my zone.
Yeah.
And then I'm also big with like audio. So I thought this is the best audio, like a little closet. I'm talking to my girlfriend at the time, like da 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 da. And dude, I hang up the phone, just absolutely like afternoon, nothing new. And I cannot explain this. And I was like 14. So like drugs or anything were not in the picture. I want to get all that out there. Dude, I swear there was a swoop coming through the wall and this face just stared at me like, what are you doing here? Kind of confused, like,
yeah.
And then just went away. And I was like frozen. And I could see that face. And it's like, I couldn't even tell you like, oh, it looked like the face of so-and-so. But like, that's something I cannot explain. I've heard noises and rustles, but that's like, okay, that happened in the middle of an afternoon in Phoenix, Arizona. So
that's spooky.
Yeah. And then I took a survay and then said,
and then said, you're part of the 60%. Or the 20%.
Yeah, or the 20 or the 18, What about you?
I don't think I've ever seen like a ghost, like a figure or anything, but I've definitely had like things move. I remember like one time there was like I'm pretty sure like I filmed or at least like took videos afterwards because I had like a pair of boots that were like at one side of my house, and then I went into another room and I heard a thud, and I came back and they were just like one was over there, one was over there, and I took a video and I was very confused. That's probably the closest, and I didn't at that point live with anybody. I had like a cat, but they were like steel-toed boots, and they were like
I think
thrown
that would
across the
scare me
room.
more than like a visual thing. Like seeing a
Really?
ghost, I was kind of like so confused, concerned. I didn't know like what I was seeing.
Yeah.
But if I actually saw like something physically move, then I
Well, I
don't
didn't.
know.
That's the thing is I didn't see that. Like I saw them in one place, walked out of the room, heard a big thud, came back, and they were like, it looked like they had been thrown. So like, it definitely freaked me out. But I don't know. I didn't see them like float across the room, and I feel like that would have freaked me out for sure. Are you the kind of
Was
guy
your
like
cat in that room when you returned?
no? Because my
Mhm.
cat, I know that was like kind of freaked out. Also, I remember that.
Okay.
Are you
See,
the
those
kind
are
of
the
guy
things
that
you
like
can't explain.
explores like if you hear a noise you go looking, or are you the kind of guy who like hears a noise and you're like I'm leaving?
Dude, I'll go looking. I have to know.
Really?
Because if you don't go like looking,
Yeah.
then it's like that thing in your mind, like, well, if I don't go look, then it's obviously a chainsaw serial killer. But if I go looking, then it's like, oh, okay, like that picture that had an old nail that I wasn't too confident in just fell.
Right.
Like you can at least explain it because I think being curious is important.
For sure.
But
Not me.
let's see, if I was like camping, yeah, well, camping's different because I'm like, well, that
Right.
could be a wild animal.
That's true.
But I
Could be
will
a bear.
for sure go as far as like I'll shine the flashlight. I have to check it out. I got to do something. I'm not going to go
Hmm.
all the way in the woods to be like, let me find what that noise was.
Yeah.
But what about you?
Nope, not me. I hear a noise and I'm like, mm. Like, yeah. If I were like ever like very, if I was like 60% sure that like there was like a ghost in my house or something, there's like 100% chance that I would just never go home. Like if I, yeah, like I don't know, if I woke up one day like getting ready for work and like a ghost just like kind of walked by in the hallway, I would,
Mhm.
finish my coffee and then I would go to work and I would just never come back. I don't. Nope, not for me.
Yeah.
Like every time I see like the
Wow.
scary movies where they like stay in the house that they're like pretty sure is haunted, I'm like, I'd
Mhm.
get an apartment in the meantime while you figure that out.
Yeah, like Poltergeist. Yep.
Yeah.
That movie scared me a lot. Do you Okay, so that brings up something interesting because like now like it's September 16th. We're getting closer to Halloween.
We are.
And I'm starting to see, Spirit Halloween, all those things popped up. And I'm of the mind of like, show me the scary stuff. I can watch the scary movies. We've talked about in the past episodes, but you will not find me in like a pop-up haunted house where people
Yeah.
pop out and they're like, rah,
Yeah,
like
not for
you
me.
will not find me there because like ask my wife, like she learned very early in our relationship, she thought like, oh, I'm gonna scare him. And she hid behind like a desk and popped out and like I didn't swing at her, but like I'm like, you don't
Yeah.
do that.
Don't
But I
like
think it's
that.
just like a reflex, and I'm like, I think there's a few minds behind it. Well, this is going to go deeper. So, like, one, no. Two, I'd rather go to an actual like haunted house where it's like, oh, legend has it, because
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll be there taking
Right.
notes, recording things. I'm all about that. If an actual being popped out at me, I would rather have that than like a
Then some guy in a mask.
teenager making minimum wage, being like, this is going to be so
Bah.
fun.
Right.
Yeah. Now, I'll follow that up with I worked at one of those places
Did you?
because I was offered, I had no money, and a friend was like, I do this on weekends. I was like, and it was like 120 bucks a night. I'm like, dude, to do that. So
That's
what I
pretty cool.
did is like I would pop out of a couch and then have like this blood and stuff all on me, and I would be like shouting and laughing. So then when I did it, I was like, oh, I get it. But then
Yeah.
I felt terrible scaring people. I'm like, oh,
Uh,
but dude, I was so mixed up in my mind. And then I would go in this little compartment, like in the little couch,
mhm.
thinking constantly, like, hey, I hope they're not like that scared. I hope
All
like
right. Oh.
it was an existential crisis. So
Yeah.
uh,
When
I
you
don't
were,
know.
did you were you like into haunted houses when you were younger? Was there
No, I
no?
remember I was like 15, and there's some pretty gnarly ones like in Arizona. They're allowed to touch you in Arizona in certain ones. Like in Jersey, they're not allowed to touch you, which makes sense
Right.
because there's
Yeah.
perverts. So, but then like like, oh, that one they're not allowed to touch you, that one. But then there was one, I don't know how many levels, but it was an actual like levels. And
Hmm.
supposedly the higher you go, the scarier it gets, the more they can touch you, these things like that. I
Smart.
made it. So I did the two. Of course, like when you're there as a teenager, you kind of make fun of it. I did the one that was like, oh, this is so dumb. And then I was able to go through that. But really that was probably for like 12-year-olds. I was like, oh, and then the one that was kind of cool, like a Wild West type thing. And you
Yeah.
just try to tell yourself, this is funny, this is dumb. But then I got in the line to go all the way up, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, no thanks." Like I just totally wussed out because
Yeah, I
I'm
couldn't do
not
it.
going to go to the top, and I'm not going to get touched by people
Heck
I don't
no.
know. Come on.
No, dude. I
No.
I never liked haunted houses. It was never my thing. I had like one experience in Niagara Falls when I was like I must have been in like second grade, and I don't even know if it was you could consider it a haunted house, but it was like almost like in a strip mall, and it was like an alien invasion haunted house where like it
Hmm.
was aliens jumping out at you instead of ghosts. And I remember about halfway through it, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And they had like an exit that you could exit, like if you're scared, but it wasn't actually an exit. It was just like if you open the door, another alien would jump out and scare you. And I
No way.
remember,
That's
yeah, isn't that's so mean? But I remember
yeah,
at that moment, like I stopped being scared and I just started being mad. And just the rest of it, I just like little third grade me was just like anger face, just like through the aliens, like all the way to the end. I'm pretty sure my
yeah.
stepdad like told me he would give me $20 if I made it all the way through or something. So I just like angrily took my $20. Yeah, stupid
What do you think
aliens.
you bought with that $20?
Probably a Power Ranger. I was really into Power Rangers when I was little.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
Ranger?
I liked the black and the pink. A lot of the
Pink.
pink one. Yeah, she was
Oh,
cute.
what's her name? She's been out at the Collecticons too. I want to be like,
Yeah.
hey, first crush. Because then she was in a Disney movie called Susie Q.
Really?
That was probably before your time.
Yeah, it
But
might have been.
dude, yeah, because like it was like Power Rangers, and she was around, and then she was in this movie Susie Q, where
What?
she actually is a ghost, and so
Interesting.
it's like prom night in like 1950s, and she goes off a bridge, and then she dies, and then
Uh,
she like comes back. I forgot like how she comes back or like why, and
yeah,
she teaches the teenagers or so like a lesson, something like that. So
that's cool.
if you remember that movie, comment below because
Susie
I
Q.
watched it constantly with my brothers. So. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I'll just tell her that entire story if I meet her in person at a Collecticon, and she'll probably love it. But no,
probably. Maybe.
Jody. I'll know it by the end of this. I think it's Jody, isn't it? Like, I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
find
know.
out.
She
Yeah.
was always the Pink Ranger to me.
Jesus.
Miss Pink
It
Ranger.
got because that's based on Common Rider. Did you ever watch Common Rider?
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they have like kaiju and they ride motorcycles, and it's
What?
very similar to like Power Rangers. Really good. Actually, dude,
Do you have one?
Rider figure right here. So
Oh,
like tell me
sick.
that's not a Power
That looks
Ranger.
like a
So
Power
it's
Ranger.
yeah. So it's
Cool.
Common Rider. It's like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't go together. To my knowledge, I don't remember them like going together. What was the big like what was it called when they all the Power Rangers joined together and it was like the kind of like tiger thing?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but was it a thing though? Was it like I know they say it's morphing time, but
I
what was
don't.
like the completed thing?
I don't know.
Had
There
to have been
wasn't.
something. They
There
couldn't just
had to
say
have
it's
been some
morphing
name,
time and go
right?
rawr. Because I remember like,
It
oh, what's
might have
that?
been.
We've morphed. I don't know.
I actually don't remember. I don't
I
remember.
don't want to look it up.
There's so many things
Comment
that I
below.
liked as a kid that I don't think I ever like fully comprehended. Like, there were like several years that I like loved Power Rangers, but I couldn't tell you like the story or like all of the characters' names and everything. Like, but there were years of my life that I really liked it, and I think I just like moved through so many different things that I liked that I just forgot all of them. Or
Do
at
you
least
think
like a
you
lot
like
of stuff.
the shows or the action figures more or
With Power Rangers, I think it was a mix of both because the show was really cool, but then the majority of like the interest was the figures. Like I remember one time we had a lemonade stand, and we did like super well. We made like $50 at the lemonade stand, and we went to like EB Games in the mall and got
yeah?
Power Rangers. A lot of my memories from like that time frame, like I want to say like kindergarten to third grade, was spent like with Power Rangers figures and like Dragon Ball Z figures.
Yeah. Amy Jo Johnson. That's
Amy
her
Jo
name.
Johnson.
Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson. You bring up the mall. Yeah, man, like having your allowance or birthday money or something and going to the mall
Yeah.
was such a fun adventure. And I'm starting to bring like my kids to the mall and do things like that, or like go to stores. And if they want to, whatever, if they want to find something on Amazon, like I'm not going to stop
Yeah.
them. Or if or if there's a look, if there's a better deal and I know it's on Amazon, sure.
Yeah.
Um, but
But it's the
also like going
experience.
to the mall, dude, there's like 70% off sales. So
Yeah.
like it's a good adventure. And then you kind
Right.
of go like Wetzel's Pretzels. So
I do like
but
Wetzel's
KB
pretzels.
Toys was my jam. KB Toys was
KB
like,
toys. We had EB
yeah. Did you
games,
guys
which
have that?
is no. I see a lot of like old like Pokemon cards and stuff that have like KB toys stickers on them and stuff. But we had EB games and Toys R Us, or like our two.
We were talking to our boy Jimmy Jones. He said they actually have like a
Uh,
full Toys R Us in
isn't that
Canada.
crazy? Just still hanging out. I
I
should go
need to
there.
go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just to have that feeling again. And then I wonder, will it be a bummer?
Right.
But
Has it changed? I don't know. A big part of going to Toys R Us as a kid was like the amount of things you could do at Toys R Us. Like you could like play video games at Toys R Us. You could ride bikes around at Toys R Us. You could like build Legos. They had like demos of like every toy just like set up. It was like a
yeah,
place for kids to be
and then
kids.
they had like the Game Boy games. Like they had the aisles, and it was like
Yeah.
behind glass, and then it was
Yeah.
just like ready. That's where I got Pokemon Blue first
I
time.
I
So
got interesting. So like I guess like similar experience but different generation. I got my first Game Boy Advance from Toys R Us, and I got Pokemon. And I want to think I got Sapphire.
okay, who was your
It was
starter?
Mudkip.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, all right, solid.
Yeah.
I did Bulbasaur, but then I don't think I ever ended with my starter.
No.
Did you keep your starter from the beginning to end?
I don't think in that time frame, no, because I really had like no understanding of what I was doing in Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like I remember we would have to get like the guide magazines that had like the maps and like told you like where the gyms were and stuff because I wasn't like
yeah,
I couldn't figure out where to go.
yeah. Well, you're wearing a Zelda shirt, aren't you?
I
I feel
am,
like
yeah.
that was harder than Pokemon.
Mm, it kind of, I guess it just kind of depends on the Zelda because I grew up in a different with a different Zelda. Like
Mhm,
I played like Ocarina of Time and stuff, but those were like old Zelda when I came out.
mhm.
I think the first one I played was like Wind Waker, like on the Wii.
That was the first. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not too like far in age, but yeah, it's like
Right.
enough to where I'm millennial, and then wouldn't you be like Gen Z? Is that what you are?
Technically, yeah, I think so.
Or are you like the millennial cusp?
I think
Do
I'm
you know
on
what
the
you are?
cusp, 95, so roughly on the
Actually,
cusp.
okay. Also, does it really matter? I mean, I guess like
No.
different experiences, but people are like, this generation's doing this generation's doing them.
Eh,
Like, okay, maybe you guys should just probably talk to each other.
yeah,
I'm sure I'm
for sure.
totally wrong on those facts. Like, I'm sure something is wrong, but it seems like everyone's always blaming each other. So,
Yeah.
look,
But
let's
with
all
it,
just
I just
play
like play
Zelda.
video games. Yeah, exactly. I look at it like which Zelda because we all had a Zelda. It's like Star Wars. I like that they like every generation has a Star Wars.
That's true. Phantom Menace, I saw in the theater.
Yeah, that was like my generation Star Wars, and then there was like the Rey and Kylo Star Wars, which was the new generation Star Wars, and then my parents' Star Wars was like the '70s Star Wars, and then it'll just keep going forever, and everyone will have a Star Wars.
I guess so, because like Mandalorian, like if my kids wanted to
Hmm.
pick it up, like they got Mandalorian
Right,
and
and Ahsoka and all those, and like Star
oh my
Wars Rebels and all the cartoons.
yeah, that's true.
There's so much Star Wars.
There's no end.
No,
It's just like the universe. It just keeps expanding and
the galaxy
expanding.
far, far away, but it's here.
I remember I had like, oh, was it 10 years ago? I had like surgery. And of course, you're all loopy after surgery, like you're on
Hmm.
drugs and morphine. And I just wanted to like, obviously, like zone out, recover. And my wife was like, oh, like you haven't like seen Star Wars in a while. And I like Star Wars, but I'm not like, go. And I couldn't even
Yeah.
tell you like a lot of things, but I really like it and just like the story. I put it on and I remember at the end being like, I get it now. I get it now. This is the best. This is drama.
I
And then of course, like
understand
when
the
you
Star
yeah,
Wars.
I was like, I need to. I really felt like it was like a religious experience. And then
Yeah.
of course, like I took a nap and woke up and I was like, okay, like
It's like,
I
ah,
don't
okay,
think,
yeah, that's alright.
yeah. I remember feeling so impacted by it. I'm like, yeah, but it means so much more, and that's
Yeah,
why you don't do drugs.
that's true. Are there any other like movies or series? I guess Lord of the Rings could be considered one, but like ones that are like have generational returns, and then it seems to be like in the form of trilogy. Like Spider-Man is one that comes to mind. Like there's like three different Spider-Men, not necessarily trilogies, but movies or part series that have different Spider-Men. So there's everyone has a different Spider-Man, plus like the old ones and like the Hulk and Superman is like the latest one.
I was gonna say
So
Superman, Batman. It's
yeah,
like
Batman. So many
it's like the
Batman.
Batman because you can't stop Batman. Like there's always gonna be
Yeah.
superheroes constantly.
Do you think
I
that?
like what DC's doing with like. I think it's really if they can pull it off,
Yeah.
where they're
Yeah.
like, we're gonna have this actor be in like let's just say Batman, and
Hmm.
I forgot who's playing Batman. Like, is Robert Pattinson still
I
Batman?
think he was the last Batman.
Okay, let's just say Robert Pattinson,
Yeah.
and for algorithm's sake, Robert Pattinson,
Edward
and
Cullen.
yes, and so it's like, all right, but then they want him to voice the video games and be in the TV shows, and
Yeah.
I think that's
That's I
really
grew up on
cool.
that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I grew up on like being stoked when the voice actor was in the video game because like every
yes,
movie had a video game.
yes. Did you ever play the Toy Story video game?
Ooh, I think I did. I remember playing the Toy Story video game that was on not the N64. There might have been was it Atari? Not Atari. One of like the
There's
old
it
old
was Super Nintendo is
Super
what.
Nintendo, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where like for me it was like, oh, this is. And I mean, it was just a
Was there a
platform
Lion
game.
King one too?
Yeah,
The Lion
it
King
came
I
out
like
recently.
have vivid memories of.
There's a Stampede level where I couldn't get it, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't even care about Lion King anyways. I was that grumpy third grader that you
Hmm.
were doing. You
Dude,
don't even
games used
want
to
it
be
anyway.
hard. Games used to be really
Yeah,
hard. I remember like
probably because
multiple times where I was like, all right, I can't do this. I turn it off.
yeah, and then you come back and you just rock it, and you feel
Yep.
amazing.
I'm like, oh, I knew I could do it the whole time. Just need a little
Yeah,
break.
I did just kind of wait and just need a few more nachos. Dude, after school snacks. What was your after school snack?
It kind of depended. My mom ran a daycare, so she would always like before she would require them to like bring lunches, she would feed them. So sometimes she would cook, but a lot of times she would order from like a pizza place. But like pretty consistently that there was like pizza on our stove when I got home, just like in a big giant box, and I could just like grab a slice of pizza.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
would love to go to your house. Be like, oh mom, I'm going to Ben's house again, and then
Yeah,
just eating pizza every
it
single
was.
day.
Yeah, it was probably when I was a pudgy kid, but there was a lot of pizza. I just remember
Yeah.
that like this place was called Hungry Howie's.
Hungry Howie's. I feel like they have
Yeah,
that in Arizona too. Growing up, it just rings a bell too.
yeah. They had
Yeah,
sheet
I
pizzas.
mean,
So what was yours?
we always had, dude. Honestly, it sounds weird. I had broccoli and cheese soup, which
I
like
had that for dinner today.
it's just melted cheese with broccoli. But
Right.
I was like a pudgy kid being like, I'm totally being healthy now. But then I would follow that up usually at night with like something heavy too, and then like dessert
Yeah.
on top of that. But I wouldn't be like probably a normal serving of broccoli and cheese soup. It would be like probably like a
Big
bowl
bowl.
of broccoli and cheese soup, and then put Ritz crackers into that and be like living the
Nothing
dream.
better after a hard day at school, dude. Just a big bowl of
Yeah,
broccoli cheddar soup.
yeah, man.
And you were in
No one
Arizona, wasn't it
bothering
hot
me.
there?
Yeah, nothing about this after school event made sense at all. So, but yeah,
People were
it's,
probably
it's,
expecting like an apple or like a cheese stick or like granola bar, and we're just like, nah, pizza and soup.
pizza and the heaviest stuff you could possibly find, and then wonder why I had like health concerns later. Yeah, my kids now have like what is it like Skinny Pop, Smart Pop, or whatever.
Yeah, we have like the Smart Pop and Boom Chicka Pop.
Yeah, and look, honestly, it's because it's
That
at
stuff is good,
Costco and it's cheap, and you just
right?
kind of throw a bag at them. It's
But it's
not
good
because we're
too,
like bring back healthy. You know,
right?
look, great, cool, but it's also it's easy. Grab it, they're
Yeah,
happy,
I got
done.
really into like cashews and almonds as an adult, especially as like Sam's Club and Costco have like seasoned ones that are real good. They have like an
Yeah,
everything bagel cashew. That's super good.
really.
Yeah, big fan of those. What's your like
I
adult
found
after school snack now?
I know, and now I am having apples and almonds. That's true.
Yeah.
I found out, I read that like, oh, macadamia nuts. If you're like, hey, maybe try this. And I went to go, I was all like, I'm gonna get this is gonna be my new thing. And I go to Target and like a bag, not a Costco bag, but a bag. was $13.99, and I was like, that's not gonna be my
Not
thing.
gonna be a
Just
thing.
yeah, I
You could grow a
walked out.
macadamia nut tree.
Yeah, so maybe at Costco. So,
Maybe.
are you a
Maybe.
Costco
Yeah.
member?
No, we have Sam's Club out here.
I think we have it here too, but it's closer. There's a club called BJ's too, Berkeley
Well,
Jensen.
yeah, I had BJ's when I was in California. They have like food you could order too. That's really good.
Oh,
Yeah, I used to get ironically like DoorDash from BJ's, and they had like really good calamari.
really?
Yeah,
Calamari from BJ's.
yeah, it's weird, but
No, wait, is BJ's, is that connect? Because there's a BJ's restaurant, and then there's a BJ's like
it was like I'm pretty sure it's
whole.
connected to the big wholesale place.
Is it?
Like,
Because I used to
yeah,
eat at BJ's in California too. Yeah, like it was good.
it could be way off.
But
I remember seeing them and being like, "So that's the place." When I drove by it, and it looked like a Sam's Club type thing.
I guess you can't have two places called BJ's and serve food and like not be the same owner, right?
Yeah, it'd kind of be hard to pull off on the because if BJ's is the name and the logo, like it doesn't matter what they stand for, they're the same thing.
Yeah. Remember their birthday options were always good. It's like, here's a free burger or a drink on us. I'm like, that's a good
That's
birthday.
pretty
Let's
cool.
do it. So I'd always
Do you
go to
ever
BJ's in California.
do you ever eat the food at Costco? Like I love Sam's Club hot dogs and Sam's Club pizza. It's delicious.
I won't do hot dogs because
No.
of like, no, I don't know. Like, I just never got into hot dogs. Like,
What?
dude, they
Interesting.
always messed up my stomach. I would eat it and be like,
Yeah.
maybe this time it'll change. And I would be like, I would just barf.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
not like, so, but then
part of eating hot
honestly,
dogs.
I did like, I did the experiment like 7 times, and you would think I would figure it out like after the second one. I was like, this time will be, but I'll have like a
Good on you
veggie
for
dog. I don't
trying.
know, like
Yeah.
I'm not hating on hot. Hey, if you like hot, I smell it and I see like the onions on there. I'm like, I wish, I wish. I think that's what always drew me
Is
back to
it
them.
all
Like maybe
sausages or just hot dogs?
just hot dogs, I think, and
Yeah.
probably now it's like something in my psyche, like get
Yeah.
ready, but because I'll have like veggie dogs, turkey dogs, even.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just like a
Interesting.
bologna type thing. But I'll go to Costco. We used to go because like somewhat like larger family. We would go and like the treat would be like we each get a pretzel. Oh,
That's
dude,
cool. I love pretzels.
little pretzel. I would dip
Yeah.
it in cheese.
Yep.
So a lot of my life was cheese in the '90s, still is, and then mustard. You got to go with mustard.
Yeah. See, I like mustard with pretzels, but I'm a pretzel and cheese guy. But like as
Okay.
I've gotten older, I've become like a flavored pretzel guy. Like I'm really into places that have like pepperoni pretzels or like bacon cheese pretzels. I recently went to a place called Ben's Pretzels, which
Okay.
was
Of course.
like really good pretzels. It's kind of like an Auntie Anne's. It was in a mall, but the
Hmm.
pretzels were like double the size of Auntie Anne's, and they were almost like a pizza crust like consistency. Like it was had good chew. It was a good pretzel. But
A good chew.
I got two giant pretzels and like the pretzel sticks with cheese just so I could like kind of try everything.
Uh-huh.
I'm a pretzel guy. They were real good.
Now I want a pretzel.
Yeah.
That's the second time we brought up malls, and it's interesting because I watched this YouTube video, and I apologize. I think you're supposed to say like, "Oh, shout out to so and so." But anyways, there's this woman who goes and she looks at like basically abandoned places. I think she does like spooky things. She's
Yeah.
probably called like Ghostly Ghoul. I don't know. I'll get it wrong. Maybe I'll
Something like
link it in
that.
the bio. I don't know. We're learning technology, but
Right.
anyways, she was near an abandoned mall, but they had there was like one thing open. So it's like abandoned, but also they rented it for events. So it's not like she was trespassing. And
Interesting.
she went, I thought it was like so cool and fascinating because and she said her whole thing is she explores liminal places.
Oh,
If
okay.
you
Yeah.
heard that word before.
Yeah. Yeah. I've looked
Okay.
at a lot of like liminal art.
What would liminal art be? Kind of like ethereal, like
Yeah, like almost like empty spaces or like the corner of a room that you can't tell how long it is or like if it's
yeah.
attached to anything like backrooms style.
Yeah, that's what it like
Yeah.
because she went in the back room. She's like, "Oh, I get a liminal feeling." I've never heard that word. I've gotten like that feeling and like been in those situations because she's like,
Yeah.
"It's not spooky, but it feels liminal."
Yeah, like you're in like
What?
you're caught in between dimensions almost. Like
Yes,
yeah.
because
I
it
like
was like
It's a
she
cool
was in
feeling.
an abandoned area, but then upstairs, like it was like a newer arcade and stuff. So she was like,
Yeah.
"You're caught in between these like time zones."
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a weird, not I wouldn't say obsession, but I really like old office buildings, like
Hmm.
80s and 90s office buildings, especially when they're not necessarily abandoned, but maybe just empty. Like I think that
Hmm.
there's like a really cool, weird, liminal feeling to them. Like
Yeah,
something like corporate, but like the machine, but like the cogs aren't moving.
yeah. My I actually don't want to say where my dad, but anyways, it was like he works in like a big machine type place,
Yeah.
and that was one of my first jobs. And like, I totally hear what you're saying. Where it's like, if
Yeah.
he, if I did that, and like I was at the area, and like all the lights were off, I would be like, this
Hmm.
is so cool. I'm gonna
Right.
explore everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
so I've been liminal before I even knew it, but now I know
Hey,
what liminal means.
look at you, learning
Yeah,
something new every day.
there should be just like a liminal, not haunted house, just a liminal house. I would be all
Mm,
about that.
that'd be pretty cool.
But
Might
you
be a new
said there's
style.
liminal art. Like,
Yeah,
did
it's
you know it
actually
was a liminal art exhibit?
no. There's like a the back rooms is like a game slash video thing, and it's become like this very like creepy thing. But then it spawned like this era of like liminal art, liminal graphics, like creating things that look as though they are, backrooms vibes or like they are an office building that's not there. But it's mainly digital or photography. Like they'll set
Okay.
up a place to like look like it and then take the picture. But it's really cool.
Yeah, it gives you that nostalgic in between
Yeah.
zone feelings. You ever think anyone like probably hears that and they go, "What are you talking? It's just an office building." Like there has to be those people, but that doesn't
Yeah.
sound.
Skeptics, deniers. Imagine that their lives are a lot less fun.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with like cosplay, where I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'll never do that," but secret, I'm like, I wish I could pull that
Right?
off. But
Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. Some cosplays
mhm.
I've seen are like really cool. Like they take some dedication and some like serious craftsmanship.
Have you ever cosplayed?
No,
No.
no, thought about it. Never actually done it.
It's like it's its own hobby. So
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
different than just dressing up for Halloween because it's like you're
Hmm.
you're embodying that character, not just
Hmm.
dressing up as the character. Like on Halloween, you can be dressed as Inosuke, but you don't have to act like Inosuke. If you're cosplaying as Inosuke, like you're taking on that energy and I don't know, it's different.
These collect cons are funny because like when you go like to the bathroom or something, like everyone kind of drops the character and like seeing Spider-Man like wash his hands and
Right?
stuff takes kind of the magic away, or not washing their hands or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, I'm
oh,
Spider
gross.
Man.
Spider-Man's gross. I think I would probably be like, cool, I'm gonna do cosplay and just probably like just sweat the entire
Yeah, I would
time
say I'm too
and
sweaty
then
to dress
panic
up in
and get like
anything.
claustrophobic and just call it a day, just shut it down and leave.
Just can't do it. You're just ripping your Power Ranger costume off.
Yeah, of course, it's power in front of Amy Jo Johnson.
Right? She had a long
I love
line.
you
I
and
mean,
Susie Q. Susie Q.
she's like, that guy knows Suzuki?
Yeah, maybe she's waiting for it. So we'll see.
Maybe.
But that sounds the awful most statements to say. Maybe she's waiting for it. I take that back. Sorry. All respect to Amy Jo Johnson. Are you going to be at Legends Expo? That's in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I think that's the plan. There's a lot of cool faces there, a lot of cool artists and exhibits that I'd like to see. I've never been to a Legends Expo, but I've heard they're really cool.
Okay. Do you think there's figures there?
I don't know. I was talking to Jet Yates recently,
Yeah.
and she showed me they had like promo cards and stuff, which I thought were cool.
Okay.
Um, but she said that it's a lot different than CollectCon. Don't know what that means, but it's a lot different than CollectCon. I don't see a lot of figures at CollectCon, so potentially
Zero figures. I
there
don't
was
say
a
zero, but
yeah, very little. I saw this cool booth at Atlanta this weekend, and this guy had all like old video game systems, but like not like handhelds. Like he had like Game Boys, but he also had like PSPs and PS Vitas, and then he was
hmm.
selling cool like Japanese games, like Pokemon Gold and
Oh,
stuff, which I thought was awesome. And like he
that'd
had
be cool.
GameCube stuff. Yeah, it's just different than seeing like just Pokemon cards everywhere.
Yeah, for the same price, same people.
Yeah,
You just
same
kind
price,
of
my
get random
people.
people.
Yeah,
CollectCon is always a good time, good people, and like lots of fun. But sometimes I'm like, Pokemon, Pokemon. As someone who enjoys
yeah,
Pokemon, it's a lot of Pokemon.
that's
So
true. Yeah, I'm more chasing the Labubus than the Pokemon. You can
you a
find the
Labubu guy?
Pokemon.
You a
I'm
Labubu
a little
Ben?
bit of a Labubu guy.
You a Labubu guy? Hey, you a Labubu guy?
It's like the new
You
thing.
hit the
Like
secret, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It's in the other room. Otherwise, I'd show it. But I wear it. I think same with like with all of my card games and decks. Like I like to play max rarity of my things. Like I like slabs and I think they're cool. But I don't really grade a lot of my own cards. I get cards like when they're already graded, and I just put the
Mhm.
shiny cards into my decks. So wearing the secret and carrying it around is like the same feeling to me. Like, you have the cool thing, why not show it and
Yeah.
enjoy it? Not put them in
Do
a
you
little glass
play
box.
your like because you've got like hidden rares and you've got the shadow rares from MetaZoo.
Yeah,
You have the jet. Don't you have like the
I have the
blossom
poncho.
rares
I
too?
have the ponchos and the jets now. Yeah, I was able to make
You
some
playing
good
with them?
deals. I don't know yet. I'm
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do because I have not graded the ponchos either. So it's either I get them all slabbed up and like make a nice little display, or they stay in the binder, which I probably will get played. But a lot of like, if I want to play those, I want to have multiple. Like, I was able to pick up another Shadow Moth this weekend, which it's a
Hmm.
PSA 8, but if I really wanted to, I could just crack it and play it. And then I have two
Hmm.
Shadow Moths. But if I get one more, then maybe. But I don't know.
You know what this is? I thought we were calling this the Poncho Moth. Is
That's the
this
Poncho
Shadow Moth?
Moth. No, the Shadow Moth is the Shadow Rare from the alt box. I was able to pick up a PSA 8 of just that, just the Moth, like one of the four. And I actually
Did you get a good
traded for it.
deal?
Yeah, I traded my hidden Loch Ness for it.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I thought so.
Yeah, I feel like 8 is crack worthy. You should play with
Right?
that bet.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It would look
Because they're
good in a
really gonna
deck.
look at it and go, that 8 looks great. Right.
Right?
Or be like, boom, and just start playing with that.
Yeah, when I first got my first signs from Poncho, I put them in my. I had the Mothman and the Bigfoot in my deck because I was playing like an Air Earth Javier, and I
Mm.
played at the, it must have been Houston at the time, tournament with them in my deck. Thought it was fun. The guy I was playing
I think
against, I
I
was like,
played
laid
you.
it down. He's like, "What?
Yeah.
Oh, you were
No, no,
there?
no. You was Houston? No, I'm thinking was
Was it
Miami when
Dallas?"
you guys had it like upstairs at the place? Or was that Houston?
Both Miami, no, not Miami. Both Orlando and Dallas. We had them at the hotel, and then Houston. There was another one that was hosted at the like Hilton in that like bar lounge area.
That's what it was. And we had like the
Yeah,
tournament and
yeah.
stuff. Okay.
That's where I got them signed. So that was a
Okay.
good time.
I've been
Crazy
playing
how many
electric
events
deck.
there's
Can't
been.
get away from it.
I was just working on a fire electric deck. I want to do some
I think
equipment stuff.
I was looking at fire too. That double down chip is really good.
Hmm.
And then I may do fire electric could be good because you can get like Raiju and that double down chip.
There's lots of cool
Now
stuff.
I still have to build a water deck. I'll be honest with you. I look at
Yeah.
the water cards. I'm like, that's a strong card. I'll totally build a deck around that, and then
Yeah.
just go back to electric.
I've built like two or three different water decks, but every time I've played them, I've lost. And then when I've played against other people's water decks, they've beat me. So there's
Mm,
something that I'm still not getting, but I'm having a lot
yeah,
of fun with air, and I've always liked fire. So Earth has
I
always
get.
been like my favorite, but I haven't been able to do a lot with it recently.
Mm. That's what I love about TCGs. You can keep mixing up.
Hmm. Lots of different games.
I picked up some comics too. Are you a comic
Ooh.
guy?
I like them. I don't collect them.
Yeah, this is like it's called Epitaphs from the Abyss. It's like a modern type kind of like ghoulish horror thing. It's really cool.
That's cool.
I never know like what you're allowed to show on YouTube, so I won't show it. There's no like nudity, but it's pretty graphic. So
Graphic, yeah. Not
yeah,
suitable for kids.
those are tough because I want to like we're taking a trip soon, and I want to
Yeah.
read that on the plane, but I want to be like, dude, because it's a long like flight that you and I have like coming up.
Yeah.
Actually, you're doing that drive, aren't you? Like,
Maybe.
um,
Gotta figure that
but let's say
out.
like long flight, like that's the perfect thing to finish on a long flight. But like all these insane gnarly images, I don't want them
Right.
being like, "Would you like a drink?" Oh my god, this person's insane. No, it's just art. So maybe
Dude,
I'll just
I
read it
got
to
to
them.
fly first class for the first time in my life this week.
How'd it feel?
Now I know how the other half lives. It was honestly, it was really cool. I was the very first seat in the plane. They like took my drink order before they even took off. I thought that was cool. Uh,
Yeah.
what I did not like though is that you can't put your bag like under your seat in first class. You like
Hmm.
have to find room up top, and nobody had told me that, and I'm not used to it. I don't fly first class, so I like had my
Hmm.
bag like sitting there, and then they waited to tell me until all of the things in first class were full up top.
Hmm.
So I had to like walk back to you know business class and put my bag back there, and it ruined the first class experience. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm
Just
sorry.
kidding.
I had something similar. I was like, I'm gonna do it because like it was one of those things like there was an option open and I had points. I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I did it. But dude, it was a long, like a decently long flight. I was like, this is gonna be so cool. But I don't drink. And then I was like, all right, well that's fine. I'll still get like nuts, the food,
Yeah.
and that was the good experience. Like the food was actually like legit.
Yeah.
But the guy next to me, he was just downing wine, and I'm trying to watch Mad Max Fury Road, and he leans over. He's like, "This is a good." I have headphones on, mind you. Headphones, I feel like is like, don't talk to me. You don't
Yeah.
talk to anyone with headphones
Right.
on. Like, pretty good, right? I was like, oh, excuse me. And like this drunk guy was like talking to me. So the first class experience,
Yeah.
it was not the fault of the airline. It was
The wine
there
guy.
should be like those little partitions like they have in
Right.
limos. I've never been in a limo, but they, just be like, yeah, it's really good. And then just kind of have it go up, because that guy ruined it for me. He wouldn't stop talking. And then of course, like he kept getting up and pissing and
Yeah.
ruined it for me, man. They do have the warm blankets. They do have the warm nuts. I thought that was like a
It's pretty
thing, because
cool,
I'm
right?
always back there in commercial class. Is
Yeah, they
that
don't
what
even
it's
give us
called?
pretzels
Commercial
back
class,
there
right?
anymore.
Yeah. And they were like, whatever you want. And it was great. I was like, can I have some like chamomile tea? 'Cause it was kind of like later at night. I
Yeah.
was maybe making go to sleep and get this drunk guy away from me. And they were like, so like, oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have chamomile. We have
Oh no.
decaffeinated green tea. Like they were like, we failed. Land the plane.
Turn it
So
around.
yeah. All in all, 7 out of 10. If I
Yeah.
had the situation again, be like, why not? I got the points. I'll do it. But I had a flight like a couple weeks later, and it's exactly like I put my bag under, and no one wants to talk to you in commercial, at least
Right.
in my experience. Maybe because they get the whole headphones thing. I put headphones
Yeah.
on, and I was actually like able to sleep for a long time. And I
Nice.
played Switch for a bit. No one bothered me, so I actually had a better experience,
It's
probably
crazy.
being with my people
Right.
than the first class. Yep.
That's how it is.
Yep. Uh, no, I don't have any. Watch now. I'm gonna take first class probably again, just to do it all over again, because I have some points and I have that same trip coming up. But we'll see.
Maybe. Might be
I need
worth
to
it.
like redeem myself. But are you a good flyer?
Yeah, I like flying. It's super easy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I can just kind of sleep through pretty much any flight, no matter the time of the day. I can just put my headphones in, put a podcast on, and just zonk out.
I'm jealous, but I don't freak out on flights.
No.
Like those people are just like it's like the bumps and everything.
Yeah. Do you like to look out the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I
I'm
have
kind
to
of
sit in
bummed
the
when they
aisle
put it
sometimes.
down, when they're
Yeah,
come on.
I always sit in the aisle because I'm tall, so I kind of have to like have my knees out. But I always
Hmm.
get so sad when whoever sitting at the window closes it. Cause I'm like, man, I was watching that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching it. Yeah, this is a good
I can
episode.
see my house from here.
Yeah, yeah. I want to watch. But yeah, I'm always aisle all the way, because like we're like roughly the same height, and then like if it's a long flight, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna hold like if I have to pee, I have to pee. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hold it in for like 4 hours just to be like,
Right.
I'm not gonna go in this bathroom. Like so that's why aisle to me is the way to go.
Yeah.
Aisle in the middle. Um,
I can't do middles.
no, not middle seat, but like middle of the
Oh,
plane.
yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
no, I can't do middles.
Mm-mm. Middles suck. I had to sit in a
Middle
couple
child.
middles before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couple like I just had to be on the flight, like couldn't miss it. And booked
Hmm.
late. And I remember like a few times flying like LA to Cleveland, I had to sit in the middle for like a 4 hour flight. I just kind of just like tuck my head in and steal both armrests for sure.
Oh, you're that guy?
I'm
You're
that
like, I'm
guy.
in the middle, so I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, these are
That's what
mine.
I hate about the middle seats is the guy in the middle is the jerk.
Yeah, well, I, they could offer to
You're
switch.
making it worse for everyone if you get the armrest.
Yeah, if I have to sit through the terrible 4 hour flight, then they're gonna sit through it too.
You
It's
could have
just
just done
elbows.
this and just
I,
focused
but
and
I'm also the kind of person. I'm not like super weird about like people like touching me or like
mm,
if I'm sitting next to somebody on a plane and like their leg is like leaned up against mine, I'm not gonna like pull my leg away because chances are
no.
it's probably gonna be more comfortable that we both just like lean our legs up against each other and nobody has
Yeah.
to feel weird. Like that stuff doesn't bother me. So with like elbows, like there's plenty of room to go around. They're just elbows.
Yeah, but aggressive elbows where you like are marking your territory, that's
Yeah,
different. If you're like,
well,
"Yeah."
that's true. Well, for the longest time, like I got to get on the plane first for being like active military. So like even if I
Mm,
wasn't sitting in a good seat, I always got to get on first. So I just kind of, I didn't have to like force my elbows in, but I definitely like kind of like propped up with one of these just to like make sure that they knew. Like
You're the Mr.
these are
Burns,
taken.
kind of like
Yeah.
these are taken. Did you? I mean, absolutely. Thank you for your service. Did you get applauded sometimes when you're like when they're like active military? Where were people like
No, not once.
maybe because I lived in Arizona and like I would go like flights from Arizona to Cal
Yeah.
like pretty much constantly. And I feel like look, they deserve praise and this and that, but I feel like that'd be uncomfortable. Like
Yeah.
if you got clapped, if they're like, oh, active military or whatever they actually say, and it was just you and you're
I'd
walking
be
and
like,
you've got like 10
thanks.
people clapping, and then
I,
you get the middle aisle and you do elbows of like,
yeah,
oh
then
well,
they
I'm
see
not
the elbows
clapping
and they're
that
like,
guy.
oh, this guy.
Yeah, this guy, come on.
Take my claps back. No,
Yeah.
no. There was a lot of like, thank you for your service and stuff, but you just kind of get used to like the generic responses, like thank you for your support, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, no clapping. And if you were with like a group of people and like they started clapping, it would probably be like funny because you'd be like,
Okay.
thanks. Like I don't know, like telling somebody that it's like at a restaurant, it's your birthday, and they come out singing, kind of like that, kind of like thank you, but also, eh.
Thank you, but please stop.
Yeah, but please stop.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, let's end this. Let's stop. We've been chatting. We covered a lot,
Yeah,
so
we did.
we're basically gonna have a I think on episode 4 we'll just see how many topics we can go over
Yeah,
and see what happens. I think we covered at least 12 topics on
at
this.
least we
So
can pump those numbers up.
yeah, we can get it higher. We can get it higher. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Use code podcast at thejackalope.club.com for 10% off any of your stuff. You can get the cool jacket that Ben's got. We got hats, we got t-shirts, we got MetaZoo. I think One Piece is back.
Nice.
I'm just gonna say that every single episode. I feel like it comes back and then
Eventually,
it
it will
sails
be
away.
back.
It will be back. And then action figures, but that's my jam. If your jam is action figures, we got them in there. We got Labubus because of Ben. And you know what? Just hey, I don't know, Ben. What are you doing this weekend?
I
You
don't know.
driving?
I don't know what I'm
Where are
doing
we
this
gonna be
weekend.
next? Legends?
Legends is like the next for sure. There is a cool
Yeah.
convention that I would like to go to, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to in Leesburg, Virginia, called 703 Fest. Um,
Yes.
that is this weekend. I know a couple people that are gonna be there, and then next weekend we have Legends Expo, and then a weekend after that we have something, and then the weekend after that we have something, and it's a busy
Busy,
time.
busy.
Busy,
Busy,
busy.
busy. Will we go in first class? I don't know. Oh,
Probably
and
not.
Thursday, dude, I do my first D&D game.
Oh,
I know
I'm
we're
so
gonna wrap it
excited.
up, but got my character.
Let's
It's
go.
3D printed. I'm all good. I got my story. I'm so set, ready to
I'm
do
so
this.
excited to hear
So
about it.
yep. Next episode, we'll dive into that.
Nice.
And leave a comment below with your favorite cryptid, your favorite article of clothing, your favorite Power Ranger, or have you heard of Common Rider? Or
If you've ever seen a ghost, did you ever say that one?
no, if you've ever seen a ghost,
If you've ever flown first
and
class,
have you flown first class, and have you ever been on the phone in a closet because
ooh,
you're paranoid?
it's a good one.
Okay. All
All right.
right. Bye, everyone. Thanks
See
for
you guys
hanging
later.
out.